You know, lately a nigga been fighting a whole lot of demons. A lot of shit we do gonna have consequences, but we gotta be ready for them. Emergency, I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'ma stay right here on this plot to God take breath from me. I'm sipping his hand and eat this pain, but it ain't helping me. My little nigga going against the grain and that shit stressing me. I pray to God that God have mercy. I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the gang, he paid the price. I was young and the rest for the money, my hunger for paper, it saved my life. And that shit can save tonight. If you want that lick shit, we can get rich quick, we can get paid tonight. Yeah, go. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You'll do anything to get it, but when you gonna go out there? Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by a nigga. You killed a nigga, you don't know him. You gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, God, real talk. Hey. Fight my demons. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons. Fight it in my. It's me against these demons. Whoa, I'm fighting these demons up in these ghosts. I'm fighting these demons, I'm on the ropes. They came with a beam up under my coat. Get hit in the spleen if you want to smoke. That money be green, so niggas on go. I'm looking so clean, I used to be broke. Remember they laughed at me and they choked. Gave me the ball and nigga they choke. Tables turn, that nigga you go. My little nigga don't follow no code. Follow no code. My nigga follow me like the pole. I stand on my word and stand by the consequence. They say I'm heartless, thanks for the compliment. I seen your dead homie, yellow company. VMG gang and bitch feel incompetent. Don't wanna hear that shit, I gotta kill that shit. Lethally militant, I can get ignorant, we not considerate. Niggas do silly shit, we get to drilling shit. Guilty and innocent, don't give a fuck about a bystander. I can pull up in the Highlander. Don't take no slander. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want this shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. You'll do anything to get it, but when you gon' go out there? Shit, gotta think about it. 187. Murder by a nigga. You killed a nigga, you don't know him. You gon' go to heaven. Gotta chalk that shit over, God, real talk. Hey. Fight my demons. So many demons. Me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons. Fight in my. It's me against these demons. Living life encased in the idea that my evil thoughts go unpunished. As I sort through the rubbish, my daily.
Grand Rising. What's up with you? So what are we going to talk about today? I'll tell you what we're going to talk about today. Let me get something for y'all to understand. Let me get some type of chart for y'all to understand. We're in the Aquarius sky. There's a lot of things changing. If you pay attention, you'll know the change. You'll notice the change. You'll recognize the change. But a lot of people don't pay attention. That's probably because, the way change is happening and the way people are putting stuff, right? Let me make sure. Okay, cool. So this is what we're going to get into. So a lot of times when people talk about frequencies, and stuff like that, you're thinking like hertz, you're thinking like, different variations of sound when people speak about frequencies. But when you are applying frequencies to the body, to the vessel, it's not the same. It's all about your vibration. What are you letting off? Right? So when you hear people talk about frequencies, they always try to revert it to sound because it's a trick, right? That's the trick of it, to make you think that you're not vibrating at a frequency. I mean, cats purr, cats, when they get excited, you'll hear like their purr get louder. You'll hear them get louder with the purr. What's going on, hummingbird? Appreciate you for stopping through. I didn't post it in the Discord because I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm feeling a certain type of way about the Discord. It's just too many weird ass games being played in the Discord, and I don't like it. These are grown people that's trying to learn you so they can like manipulate you and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird as hell the way they keep on trying to play in the Discord. Like, if you see me protecting people, you think I need you coming over to my Discord talking shit about me and telling everybody else to talk shit about me? Like, no, I don't need people in the Discord like that. And for the people who don't understand it, then it's not meant for you to understand. But I don't need people coming into the Discord where I'm providing a space for everybody and you sitting there making all your jokes directed towards me. And it's not even good jokes. It's not even joke. Like, to sit there and keep on saying that I'm going to go to Canada to be with Maggie or fuck Maggie. And I'm sitting there telling y'all that I find her disgusting by her actions, by the way she carry herself. That's an insult to me. That's an insult. That's not a joke. That's an insult. You're saying that I don't have self-control and I lack the ability to take discernment and I'll fuck anything. Like, that's, to me, that's an insult. I don't know about anybody else, but that's an insult. So to see that and keep repeating it, why you keep repeating it? If I'm showing you that this girl is stalking me, if I'm showing you that she's looking into my LinkedIn and all of that stuff, that's for me to show y'all, like, look, you know what I mean? Not for you to be like, oh, yeah, he's going to go to Canada. Oh, we got to make jokes like this or he won't. That's what's wrong with the minds of women, some women, right? You supposed to be the person that you're friends with, cool with, or whatever. You're supposed to be learning that person to get to know them so you don't step over boundaries. The fact that she just disregarded what I was saying and try to leave only means that she's going to continue doing it because she's acting like she's not hearing what I'm saying, so she don't have to respect my feelings and emotions as a whole person. And that's the saddest shit ever, is that when you try to correct somebody to try to tell them who you are, they sit there and ignore who you are because they see you for what they want to see you as. So you're not looking at me for who I'm telling you I am. You want to see me as some male that'll stick his thing in anything. So you're not even accepting the fact that I find this girl repulsive and everything because her evilness, right? So you keep on using that as the joke. So I'm the butt of her joke. You can't find nothing better to joke about. We sitting in there watching people play with Muppets and some more shit, but she keep directing her jokes at me. Make it make sense. Why are you not joking about the people that's on the screen? But that's neither here nor there. I know what people do. I'll be watching my page tough as hell on TikTok. So yeah, so certain games I play, certain games I don't play. somebody that keeps on doing that, you're not doing that for me. You're doing that for yourself. You trying to, demasculate. There's a lot of demasculation going on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of demasculation going on in this world. There's a lot of people going around trying to demasculate men, and stuff like that. And the sad thing is, I don't even know if they know that they're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if they know that they're doing it. Like, they're just doing it and not realizing it because it's trained, it's taught, it's something that's taught. So a lot of people go around and they try to be uh, like, think about it. If we just did a live where I literally said, like, don't tear me down and think that I'm looking at you a good way. Like, literally, why would you put in the chat like, oh, we have to say this to him or he gonna think we don't like you. So belittling me makes me think that you like me. No, something is wrong with these new wave of people. Like, they think insulting you is flirting. They think talking down to you is flirting. That's not flirting. That's not when you sit there and you try to make me the butt of your joke. That's not flirting. You sit there and try to make everybody else laugh at me by saying that I lack self-control. And then when I say, listen, that's not me. You disregard what I'm saying and you keep on making jokes just to try to see if you can irritate me. And then after you irritate me, then I'm leaving. Bye. Let me help you. Let me block you from the Discord so that way you ain't got to worry about coming in this space again. If you coming in my space and you demanding respect in my space, but you not respecting the person that created the space, you don't need to be in my Discord. If I'm creating a space for everybody to have a voice, but you keep on trying to disregard my voice, when I say something, you overlook it. You sitting there directing everything. Oh, to the women in here, have a great day. What about the men? Make that shit make sense that you addressing the women in the space, but you're purposely neglecting to address the only fucking man in the space. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you just use a universal word like good night, everybody? You gonna say good night to all the ladies in here. So what the fuck do that mean for the men that's in here? That's what I'm saying. These people will tell on themselves. And then if you ask them about it, they'll backtrack or try to make it seem like you're being sensitive. Oh, well, excuse me, Mr. Sensitive. Well, I'm a fucking human being. Am I not allowed to be sensitive? That's what I'm saying. Y'all strip men of their feelings, and then when we don't give you our feelings and emotions, you act like we wrong for putting our feelings and emotions in a box. No, that I'm not supposed you're not supposed to play with somebody's feelings and emotions like that if you're building a rapport with them. If you're building a level of understanding, understanding whatever standing you're building with them, you're not supposed to learn them so you can try to fucking tear them down. You're supposed to learn them so you can protect their weaknesses and help build them up. You learning me so you can tear me down? That's what you here to do? You in my Discord learning me so you could tear me down? And you think that that's building me? No. And you trying to get everybody else to do it. That was the messed up thing about it. So for you to make the joke as an individual is one thing, but for you to tell everybody else, hey, y'all, we have to tear him down so he can think we like him. What? Get your ass up out the Discord. You ain't listening to nothing I've been saying this whole damn time. Nah, that new age shit, that ain't for me. Just saying, it ain't for me. I don't play those type of games. Especially if you see me fighting for other people's integrity, if you see me fighting for the freedom of other people's mind, why would you come play some type of weird game on my mental? That means you doing it for clickbait. That means you want me to go off on you so you can go back to another group and say, he kicked me out the Discord. He's so rude. He's so this. So let me hurry up, give you what you want before it get dragged out and you take a bunch of other people with you. Why you think I've been kicking people out the Discord? Because I know everybody in there ain't for a actual collective build. They're in there plotting so they can tear down the group. So they sit in there and they act like they're a part of the group so they can hear what's going on, take it back to other people. You got people in the Discord that have asked me specific questions, and then I'll notice Jaguar talking about those specific questions that person asked me, right? You got people in the Discord that's sending cash apps to cash apps that I don't even got posted. How? You got people in the Discord that send me friend requests on Facebook just so they can make sure it's my right account, so they can then go back and tell somebody what my Facebook account is. And they don't think that I know that they're secretly working against me. I operate in the light, so I don't care if you try to come into my space and create whatever. I'm going to see you for who you are, and I'm going to get you up out of there expeditiously. You only going to get away with it for so long. You get what I'm saying? You only going to get away with it for so long before I realize, okay, that's a snake. Let me get this snake up out my yard. Now, all of y'all can keep on pretending like y'all don't operate like this, but we're in the Aquarius sky. We see you. I see the energy that you operating with. Some of the people in there don't even like black people, but they're in there trying to create some type of control. Oh, let me see if I can control this black man to do fucked up shit and say fucked up shit. No, get away from me. Get away from me. I'm smarter than that. But yeah, so when we're talking about frequencies, I'm talking about energetic frequencies, right? Because we are energy. So when we're talking about frequencies, we're not talking about the sound barrier frequency, you know? We're talking about your vessel, your body. If you look at the bottom, it says shame. Shame is a frequency, right? Public humiliation, right? This is why you see these high levels of public humiliation rituals, right? Shame is a frequency inside the body. When they want you to put off a lowered frequency in your root chakra, someone will put you in shame, right? Shame being one of the lowest frequencies, someone will try to put you in shame. So you got to be careful. When we talking about frequencies, we're talking about how other people make you feel, right? The frequency that you feel when other people are messing with your feelings and emotions. Your feelings and emotions are energetic frequencies, right? So you have to realize the association with these feelings. All right. You have a great day at work. Not only realize it, but pick up on these different frequencies. You know, pick up on these frequencies so you can learn how to avoid them. Come on. Come on. This way, when you recognize the frequencies of your vessel, you recognize what frequencies people try to put you in, so on and so forth. When you start recognizing these frequencies, you'll start recognizing how people tamper with these frequencies. You get what I'm saying? You won't just recognize the frequency, you'll recognize the feeling that comes with the frequency. So that's something that people need to recognize, is these feelings that comes with frequencies, right? So that way you can have a grander understanding of what people are trying to tamper with, play on, or manipulate, right? Especially in this new world. In this new world, be sure to pay attention to your feelings and emotions. It is a frequency inside the vessel. So let's go to, and you see the color code. The color code is very important. Everything that's in the red is your root chakra. Everything that's in the orange is your sacral chakra. Everything that's in the yellow is your solar plex chakra. These three colors make up the three-dimensional world, the physical world, right? And then you got the green, which is your heart chakra. You got the blue, which is your throat chakra. You got the purple, which is your third eye chakra. Okay. These are just the 7 of the body, but there's so many more chakras, right? But let's just talk about the 7 that is of the vessel, because this is what people tamper with. So you have guilt. Guilt is a frequency. When people put you in guilt, they're dropping you down in frequency, because once you feel that guilt, what does it put you in after guilt? Put you back in shame, right? Now you feel guilty, so you feel ashamed, right? That's a frequency. Now, what are some of the emotions that are associated with the guilt frequency? Blame. Blame is an emotion, right? So when you see somebody always trying to cast blame on somebody else, you see Jaguar, right? This person did it, that person did it, it was Goomba, it was this person. It's because she is suffering from guilt, right? She is guilty about the things that she's doing, so she justifies the things that she's doing by pointing the blame at other people. So she blames other people because of her guilty level. She feels guilty. Okay. So we got to take a grander understanding of what is, always was, and always will be. Let's look at the next one. This is very important, because the emotion that is this one is literally despair, right? Look at the emotion that's associated with this one, despair, right? It comes with a view on life. So a lot of people that are feeling in their root chakra, they usually have a view on life that's hopeless, evil, or miserable, right? When you're in your root chakra, these are the things that you have to watch for. When people are operating in their root chakra, you want to watch for these different variations of things so you can pick up on them faster, right? When someone tell you that there's no hope, we're all going to burn, the world is at an end, this is what they're going through, despair, right? So you're watching them. When someone sit there and say a bunch of evil stuff and then justify it, you're watching them in their root chakra. Don't be fooled by people who operate in this chakra. We are multidimensional beings, and these are the dimensions that we roam in. You're not always in these different feelings and emotions, but you have to understand them in order to overcome them. You gotta overcome all of this stuff. There's a lot that comes with this stuff. There's a lot of stuff that comes with this stuff. Some people use different forms of operation to you know, a lot of people use a lot of different forms of operation in order to manipulate these things that comes with the vessel. So now, this is where you get into the sacral chakra. This is where, this is the chakra system that Jaguar Wright's son said that she operates in and manipulate as a succubus, right? Now you have to look at the things that are in your orange, which is your sacral chakra, right? It's grief, it's fear, and it's your desire, right? So when you have this is where your cravings come in. What's up with you? What's up with you? This is where your cravings come in right here, right? Disappointment because you gave in to the urge, you looking at regret, right? So this is where trauma bonding come in, usually dealt with tragedy, so on and so forth. People get these feelings and emotions. These are energetic frequencies of the vessel. So when people talking about frequency and someone says keep your frequency high, you have to figure out and associate what feeling or emotion you're in order for you to raise your frequency. You have to get out of these lower feelings and emotions. You see it. All of the lower feelings and emotions consist of fear, sexual urges, the ability to have discipline over the vessel, right? You have to have discipline over the vessel. Grand Rise and Namaste. I say salutations, shalom, peace. So these are all the things. Disappointment, right? Frightening, tragic, demanding. Uh, these are things of how you would view life, right? When you'll view life like this if you're in these different frequencies. So you have to be able to recognize these frequencies of the vessel, how your body responds to something, associated emotions with that, the view on life that you have with that, right? This is why people try to assassinate your character or put you down, right? This is why we have sneaky people in our Discord that want to try to come into the Discord and keep on making attacks at me, but say they doing it jokingly, right? Because they're using a form of a joke to try to make me feel bad, put me back into lower vibrational frequencies. And here I am trying to protect people's mental, trying to tell people they're strong, especially women. Think about that. Look how many women decided to disrespect me after I helped them, right? Look at Selma. Look at Amber, right? Look at the people that I have helped, right? That I have spoke up for, help them get their voice back. Look at their actions towards me. They not showing me love. They like, fuck you. Who you think you is? I'm the person that just stood up for you. So that's why I say people don't, if you're not the person that they want to look at as a hero, they're not going to look at you as a hero. If they never wanted you to be their knight in shining armor, they're not going to say, oh my goodness, my knight in shining armor. They're not going to do none of that. They already have an ideal image that they want you to fit. Therefore, they're going to keep on saying stuff to you until you act as they want you to act. So they can say, see, there go that nigga in him. That's the type of stuff they want you to do. They want you to respond like an angry black man, so that way they can say, that's the person that's the one that I want out. Like, no. So I will eliminate these type of personas from my space as quickly as possible, because you can sit there and try to be like, hey, listen, I don't like that. And then they'll take that and run with it because they feel like, okay, now I know what you don't like. Now I know how to press your buttons. Let me keep pressing your buttons. Right? You see me laugh off all the bullshit that Jaguar Wright and them is saying, right? You see me go to the Discord as a wind down. Why would I want people making attacks on me in my Discord if I'm going to the Discord to wind down and replenish my energy from the attacks that's being made and the lies that's being spilled on me from Jaguar writing them, right? So please don't come over to the Discord and do that type of weird shit. I'm not doing that where I give you a voice and then you use that voice against me. I gave Selma a space, gave her a voice to be able to speak, to be able to show people that she's a real person, and then she used that voice after I gave it back to try to tear me down. Make it make sense. That means your whole purpose the whole time wasn't to try to, your whole purpose was to try to tear somebody down. And these personas think that you don't recognize them. I'm watching your actions. I don't care what type of face you got. I don't care if you pretty, sexy, hot, none of that shit. I'm watching your actions. It's the way you make me feel that I'm paying attention to. I don't give a fuck about beauty. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And if you care so much about beauty, then you're operating in vanity. So I don't care too much about beauty. What impression? What are you imprinting on me? Are you pushing goodness into me? Are you speaking life into me? Because you can see Jaguar Wright and Wolf Coochie relationship. She don't speak good to Wolf Coochie. Wolf Coochie don't speak good to her. They talk to each other nasty, like it's an argument all the time. And then they say, "Oh, y'all argue like a married couple." No, we got to get that out of our mind. That in order to look like a married couple, you got to argue and go back and forth. You don't. That's not what a real marriage is. That's a false image. That's why I say it's going to be so hard in this new era for people to change their operation, because think about the way they've been taught. Since you was a kid, somebody told you, when you was a kid and a boy hit you at school and you went home and you told your parents that a boy hit you, your mom probably said, "Oh, boy, that means he likes you. Boys don't know how to deal with this, so that's how they show that they like you." What? And now you wondering why so many people are in abusive relationships, because y'all told them when they was kids, that's how a boy shows that he likes you. So now you got all these women seeing if they can put men in their feelings and emotions so they can, oh, I made him mad today. He must really love me. Oh, I pissed him off. He must like me. That's something that y'all would have to change in y'all mind. That's an operation y'all would have to change in y'all mind. You can't keep on going around playing with men's feelings and emotions and saying, because you played with his feelings and emotions, that means he likes you. No, that means he about to leave your ass eventually. Once he realizes and he can't take it no more, and you put him at his lowest and you demasculate him, neglect his feelings and emotions, he gonna leave your ass. Because we supposed to be building and lifting each other up. It's no way I'm gonna put you on a pedestal as a woman, but you keep on using me as your stepping stool. We get around people, you decide to make a joke about your significant other. Make that shit make sense. Y'all got to make that shit make sense. Why are you joking about me if we a team? If we won? That means you joking on yourself. Make it make sense. That's how you know unity only works for the time that people wanted to work for. They're speaking things and they're not really reflecting that action. That's why I say, when you understand this world, you will avoid a lot more, because you won't let people play with your feelings and emotions like that. You won't let people play on you like that. You'll point it out, you'll let them know, and you'll get them up out your way, because what goes in my ears to me is very important. You know, What I hear is important. So you're not going to play with my life water. You know? So, and then you have your solar plex chakra, your solar plex. Look at what's in the yellow. Look at what's in the yellow column, right? This is where your will is at, right? So people will put you in anger. The emotion that's associated that with is hate, right? People will put you in pride. The emotion that is associated with pride is scorn. The view on life is very demanding, right? And you're watching people in this world force themselves on people. You're watching people in this world be very demanding, so on and so forth. There's a lot of people that's dealing with pride right now in this new time, right? So you're watching these things. If you can identify these viewpoints of life, then you can figure out what frequency someone's in, right? What's going on with you? So when you start realizing that people are going to start telling on themselves with their own tongue is going to tell you what frequency they in. When you talking to somebody, if they talking with hate, anger, carnal minded, oh, I'm hungry, I'm famished, I can't, they're craving stuff. If they putting the blame on the government, all this stuff, humiliation, despair, you can tell. You have to pay attention to this stuff. It's what frequency these people are on. You need to pay attention to this so you can learn how to avoid it, right? Now let's go into some of the higher frequencies. Look at the green, right? It speaks about trust, right? It speaks about satisfactory, right? This is not to say that this is a naive type of way of thinking, right? It's having gratitude. When you start practicing or applying a level of gratitude to your life, right? These are the outcomes. So this is about raising your elevation or your energetic frequency. Once you realize that you're nothing but energy, then you'll start recognizing these different variations of energy that controls the vessel, right? All right. Hope you have a great day at work. Appreciate you for listening. So now you get into the heart chakra, which is the green. This is your willingness, right? Your willingness to get along with others. This is your willingness to get along with others, your ability to want to do better, so on and so forth, right? This is your hope, your hopefulness, right? You become hopeful. When people look at the world with an optimistic mindset, that means they're in their heart chakra. They're always trying to see the positive. They're always trying to move towards that, right? Now, you can't get out of your heart chakra until you start being accepting. I accept the way this world is. I accept everybody don't operate the same in this world. I accept that everybody's not going to get it, and I accept that everybody's not going to make it. Right? It's acceptance. This comes with certain variations of love, certain variations of I'm not going to say compassion, but when you become compassionate, it's not just a compassion for oneself. Forgiveness is hard for everybody. This is why people put you in different variations of regret. This is why people betray you. This is why people do hurtful things to you. So you can never get over it. As long as you can't get over it, they're holding a certain level of power over you. And then once you can't forgive somebody, what does that do? You start taking it out on yourself, which is a faster way to go right back down to that guilt and that blame, right? So soon as you can't forgive somebody, you start blaming that person. So soon as you can't get past the forgiveness wall, you go to blame. And now guess where you're at? You're back in your root chakra. That fast. You went from sugar to shit. All because you couldn't forgive something. So it puts you back in blame, puts you back in humiliation, puts you right back in your root chakra. Okay, Drax. So you have to be very careful with this stuff, right? Like I said, it's energetic frequencies. Yes, you asked me a question in the Discord, but think about that. You asked me a question in the Discord, and because I didn't respond to you according to your time, you decided to come over to the chat and then say, wow, I literally just asked you something. So because I didn't answer it fast enough for you, you then came into the chat. So therefore, you didn't want that conversation to stay in the Discord, did you? So why didn't you just ask me in this chat over here if you was going to bring it over here anyway? What type of espionage shit is you playing on? You literally, you seen it pop up at the bottom of my screen. You see my screen right here. You see my screen right here. Boom. So you asked this question in the Discord. So when you got these different variations of feelings, emotions, so on and so forth, you have to be careful. Not everybody is in it for you. Not everybody trusts in you. Not everybody believe in you. Not everybody wants to see you grow, right? Some people got their own game that they're playing, and you might not even know what character you're playing in their game. You sitting there trying to be as honest as possible. You're sitting there trying to be as truthful as possible. It's, you have to be very careful of who you give your truth to. All of these different people out here, they are making it seem like I got you. I'm gonna protect your truth. And then once you give them your truth, they use your truth against you, just like Samson and Delilah, right? That's where that pillow talk. That's why you got to be careful with pillow talk, right? So, me personally, I'm going to do everything to protect other people's mental space, other people's feelings and emotions, but I'm also going to have the proper discernment to keep mine separated, right? So when you're helping other people, you got to be careful because the same people that you helping will be the same people that tear you down because that's the people who think, "Oh, you think you better than me?" So they'll try to put you in a situation where you need them just so they can feel equal with it, right? So they'll put you in a situation where you then need them, and then they can justify it by saying, well, I'm going to do this because you helped me out. So you're not doing it out the kindness of your heart. You're only doing it with a quid pro quo level of understanding. These will be the people that put obstacles in your way and then try to act like they help you got over them. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be careful. You got to be very cautious with people around you. You have to be very cautious with people around you because people will play on you. When people are in they act like they don't know what they're doing because this is what creates that plausible deniability, right? That place of not knowing, right? That place of not knowing. When they get to that place of not knowing, they'll keep on acting like they don't know, even though they are fully aware of everything that they're doing. they'll still act like they don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know that you didn't like that. I didn't know. Why are you trying to do the things that I don't like? Because you're trying to figure out what makes someone tick. You get what I'm saying? When people keep on testing you, that means they're trying to figure out what emotions, what can I do to get to his emotions? What can I do to put him in his feelings? What can I do to make him feel belittled? What can I do to make him feel shame? What can I do to make him feel guilt? I never understood this until I got locked up. This guy that I was locked up with, because I kept on joking with him, right? I was joking with him because he tried to be the bully of the pod. So I kept joking with him, right? So this dude literally said, I will take a ass whooping if it'll stop you from getting your visit this weekend. He told me that. He said, I will take an ass whooping as long as it stopped you from getting a visit this weekend. Because I was talking about that visit. I was saying, man, I finally get to, hug my kids. This is because you got to have good time in order to get a conjugal visit, right? So what conjugal visit is when you can actually, hug your kids, touch your kids or whatever. Well, it's actually just a conjugal visit is actually federal visit for when you get to, get a little bit of time with your wife or whatever they call it, a conjugal visit. But I was able to get it wasn't a window visit. So I'm talking about it all week. So that guy say, as long as I can take your happiness away, that's pretty much what he's saying. You know what I mean? As long as I can take your happiness away from you, I'll take a whole physical ass whooping. Think about that. That means he's willing to put his body in harm's way so he can feel good about taking something away from me. You have a lot of people in this world that'll do that because what they want to do is they want to put you back in guilt. They want to put you back in shame, right? So you got to be very cautious in this new time. You got to be very, very cautious in this new time. They're not playing fair. They sitting there smiling in your face all the time. They want to knock you off of whatever you on because they like, who you think you is? Who you think you is? That's all they keep on saying. Who you think you is? In their mind, they want to bring you back to a place like that. Right? So I stay out of these realms. Listen, I learned a long time ago. It doesn't matter who you have to cut off. It doesn't matter who you have to cut off. I have separated myself from many. You can ask my kids. As soon as they wasn't willing to reach a level of, reciprocated actions, hey, listen. Now, I didn't leave them stranded or nothing. They chose to go be with their mom, but okay, I don't play the games like that. That's why I try to tell people, I try to give people as much insight as possible. You know why? I give people as much insight as possible? Because I don't want people to get me misconstrued. I'm a man of principles. I'm a man of integrity. I stand for what's right. You can't see somebody out here protecting everybody else's feelings and emotions and mental well-being, and then you attack that person's feelings and emotions and mental well-being. Make it make sense for me. If you see me protecting people's feelings and emotions and mental well-beings, that means I already took an account for my own feelings and emotions and mental well-being. People try to make you love them and stop loving yourself. No, I'm never going to stop loving myself. I'm never going to stop having that mental conversation with myself. When people are playing on me, I'm always going to sit with myself and talk to myself and say, hey, Do you think it was a game? Do you think we should give them another chance? Do you think we should engage? Like, I'm always going to do that because I watch people play on me my whole life. 8 different group homes, 3 different foster homes, mom, dad. I've been through this shit. My grandmom had 15 kids. My mom had 13 kids. I had a lot of time to analyze this world. Not everybody that come into your life has good intentions for you. And if the world is operating on intentions, then it's probably good that you get the people away from you that don't have good intentions for you. Now, their words can say whatever, but their actions are going to speak louder than their words. When people are constantly trying to put you in frustration, when people are constantly trying to put you in confusion, get away from them. That means they're not trying to give you clarity. They're not trying to see you through something. Get away from them. It don't matter who it is. See, titles, I done threw away titles a long time ago. Nobody holds a title in my life. How you treat me is how I view you. Why you think I got the 13-year-old son that I got right now, that I had for 3 years? Because he treated me like a father. So I treated him like a son. He's not my biological son, but because he seen me as his father, I also seen him as my son. And nobody can't take that away from us. Now, when you start realizing this, then you'll put together a spiritual family. You'll let go of this physical world, this physical family, and you'll start recognizing people through their actions. And then you'll start applying people to your life based off of their actions. You know? So that's just how I learned to come about this world, right? That's just something that I learned in this world and how I approach it now. I don't approach it with no titles. If you got a mom title, or auntie title, or a uncle title, if you ain't acting like an uncle or a auntie, a mom or nothing, you don't have that title to me. To me, titles are frivolous. All these people walking around with these false accolades, that's what's getting y'all fooled. These titles. Oh, I have a PhD. Oh, I'm a mental health doctor. I'm this. That's why y'all getting fooled so much. Is because these people are using their accolades and their false titles to fool you. You see Jaguar is evil, but she's got a title. You see these people as fucked up. You got a title. No, they are using their false accolades. They are using false documents, what's written on paper. And you going by what's on paper and you think that that person actually, no, that is not it. That is not it. You can't make me believe it's it. And I don't want it. You know, I don't want it. I got rid of labels. I don't even look at like titles no more. You can't come to me and say, I'm your great great granddad. Shitting me. That is a title. That's why y'all having so much of a hard time, respecting the right people, because you're looking at the wrong people that holds a title. Just because they got a title, somebody told you got to respect that title. Nah, I'm going to respect your actions over the title. If your actions ain't reflecting that title, then that title don't need to be with you. It's like the World Wrestling Federation. Shit, you can't rock that belt if you ain't performing adequately for that title. Yo, why are you putting all caps? Are you okay? Why is he yelling in the chat like this? What happened? Why is he coming so angry? They even know they got all caps on. They just all capping everything in the chat. F nigga, F this. Whoa. We talking about knowledgeable things here. Why are you so angry? Don't you see the chart right here? Don't you see it? You see what you operating in? Do you see it? That you got to recognize what you're operating in and bring yourself out of that. It sounds like you operating in I don't want to say it, but what the hell is going on? I hope you get out of that feeling, whatever it is. I hope you shake it off. I mean, if you gotta put some insanities or absurd things in the chat in order to release that feeling, I hope eventually you shake it off and rise into a higher realm of yourself. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but damn, why are you yelling at us for? You need to go yell at the people that you mad at. Why you in here? F nigga and F hole move around. Like what? Like, yo, what the hell? Who was you? What did we do? We didn't do it. That's why I'm saying people don't be putting their proper energy where it deserves to be. Like, if you not mad at us, why it look like you taking some shit out on us? We didn't do it. I'm just here speaking about knowledgeable stuff. Anyway, so you got to be careful with pride. You know, this is a scornful thing. This is a demanding thing, right? When I talk about frequencies, these are the things that I'm talking about frequencies. All caps does equal yelling. All caps does equal yelling. Go look it up. Go look it up. When somebody all caps you, it is called text yelling. It is making yourself louder. That's text etiquette right there. So yeah, so when you're looking at frequencies and stuff like that, this is what you want to do. You want to watch people's view of life. Their view of life will always be determined by their tongue, right? People are or excitement. Okay. I guess it could be excitement. See, caps is screaming. See, or I guess because we don't have a proper dialogue, we don't know if you're excited or if you're screaming at us. But either way, it's one of those, either excitement or screaming. That's what all caps mean. But okay, y'all do what y'all want to do. I can't tell y'all how to operate y'all phone, computer, or nothing. If you feel like that's your method of lingo, then hey, by all means, carry on. I'm not here to try to tell somebody else how to operate their vessel. I can give you the advice, but it's up to you to apply it to your vessel. I'm not here to control nobody, tell nobody what to do, or none of that. I just tell you what it is and not how it might be. A lot of people tell you how it might be. I'm just here to tell you what it is. You can take it, you can apply it, you don't even have to say anything. You don't even have to respond to it. The fact that I'm talking about somebody else putting all caps, but get a respond from a whole different person only tells me what that person is really here for. You're here to find fault. You're here to try to keep on conflicting with me. And you act like you don't know that you're here to conflict with me. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to get men to the Discord. What you want me to do? Maybe some of y'all ladies need to tell these men to join the Discord. I don't know. I can't. I'm not. My search ain't for niggas. I'm you know that. I ain't looking for niggas. Me and niggas don't get along. Like they keep on. They always want to have a pissing match. It's always some type of, some type of back and forth. Like I'm good. Like I gravitate to those who gravitate towards me. I vibrate at a frequency, and if you're not on that frequency, I ain't. You know what I mean? That's what it is. See, they latched on. See, that's how you know some people are in it for the comment section. They try to look and see who's agreeing with them in the comment section so they can add that person name, and then they're figuring out how many people in that space they can get to go against you and look at you differently. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Anyway, so you have these different variations of the vessel, and you have to keep on rising inside of oneself. So when you have acceptance, you have forgiveness, right? You start moving with a certain harmonic frequency of yourself, right? So you'll start realizing certain things. You'll be 20 steps ahead of this world once you start analyzing your own vessel, right? So then when you get to the blue, this is your throat chakra. This is where your truth lies. Your throat chakra is your truth, which you're able to speak up on, right? So your reason, right? You become understanding, meaningful, right? You got reason, you become understanding, it's like meaningful, right? So when you start taking into, different variations of things, when you start taking in different variations of knowledgeable things, you become a voice of reason, right? A voice of love, right? A voice of joy, right? Now, when I say a voice, because I want you to understand all of these names of the levels, you can have a voice of enlightenment, you can have a voice of peace, you can have a voice of joy, you can have a voice of love, you can have a voice of reason, you can have a voice of acceptance, willingness, pride. All of these things can be a voice, right? So you have to choose what it is that you want to operate on. If you're understanding, meaningful, love, this is where you start to try to talk to people with compassion, even though you know that they're trying to be cruel, even though you know they're trying to be vicious, even though you know they're trying to play on your mind. You know what I mean? So I don't let people keep constantly playing with me, right? So once you start doing it repeatedly, then I know that you're doing it intentionally to keep on doing it. If we reach the level of understanding at one point, and then the very next day, we back to that means you're playing with me, right? If I got to argue with you over here, argue with you over here, argue with you, that means you're playing with me. And I choose not to be played with. So y'all can choose a different vessel to play on like that. I'm not the one to play on like that. When I see that you're not trying to reach a level of understanding, you're not trying to reach any of this stuff, I'm not about to drop back into these lower frequencies to appease other personas, right? People want you in guilt. People want you in shame. People want you in grief. They want you in these things. So they'll try to make you do something like anger towards them, right? This brings you down a peg or two, right? They'll try to make you say something to them that you'll regret, right? This makes you shameful of yourself, humiliation, right? This is why you know, people who have your personal number or can contact you on the side, this is why they rather do a public display of a conversation as opposed to actually hitting you up privately, right? This is why the secret stuff that they say, you know, the stuff that they tell you in private, they say don't tell anybody. But then they get in a public setting and they be like, nigga this, nigga that, you think you this and you think you that and you ain't shit and you ain't this and what? You could have said that shit in private, but they won't, because the whole thing is to humiliate you, you know? They whole object is to humiliate you. So you got to stay away from these lower vibrations. I listen. it just don't sit right with me, right? So I try to stay up here in reasoning, love, joy, peace, enlightenment, right? This is why I said, and this is why I said 2 months ago. This is why I said 2 months ago. Um, this is why I said 2 months ago, I said, hey guys, I got to go back into talking about the knowledge and the wisdom and stuff because I don't want to get caught or stuck on this frequency that is the Jaguar right effect. I said that. I said that a while back. If anybody remember, I said, hey, I have to go back to talking about knowledge and enlightenment and wisdom and so on. I said, I don't want to get stuck in that frequency, right? Because when you vibrate to that frequency, more people from that frequency recognize that your light is vibrating on their frequency. So more of those type of entities will start coming towards you. That's not a good frequency, right? You can only dive down into that dark water for so long. You have to swim back to the higher waters, right? This is why I said I got to get back into enlightenment, knowledge, putting the knowledge back in, right? I have to get back into that. This is why I said that. Y'all might look at it and be like, oh, he's trying to act like a know-it-all. He's trying to do this. He's trying to do that. That's something that you got to take up with yourself, right? Me personally, I understand the world. And I know when I sit in a knowledgeable place, when I sit in a place of enlightenment, I know that it's changing my frequency to a higher realm of myself. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? This has nothing to do. Look at what you're saying. I want you to break this down, right? I want you look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing, right? You're trying to make me feel a certain type of way. Read this. If you don't like me, that's fine, right? So now you're trying to make me feel guilty for something that I'm not even feeling. I'm just on here putting knowledge out there, right? If you say you here for the knowledge, then you would have to stop typing in the comment section and actually listen to the knowledge that I'm pointing out, right? You keep saying me, 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 me. And I'm trying to respectfully not talk about you on a public platform, right? You're in the Discord. You're in the Discord. You can take all these you can take everything that you're saying to the Discord or send me a private message like you've been doing, right? You could literally do that. But you decided to keep on saying shit on a public platform. For what? For what? What are you doing it for? It ain't for me. I'm overlooking what you're saying so that way you can get the knowledge. All you got to do is stop fucking typing and listen to what I'm saying and actually absorb the knowledge that I'm putting out there. But you keep on fucking repeating just to get a fucking response out of me. That means you're trying to put me in a lower vibrational frequency by being a fucking nuisance. For what? If it's 70 something people in here, there's no way I'm talking directly to you. I'm talking to a group of people. But you keep on making it seem like every fucking thing that's coming out of my mouth is directed straight to you. Make it make sense. That is self-centering. Get your head out your own ass. Fuck. Fucking dumb as shit. That's dumb as shit that you keep on trying to play right in my fucking face like that. You keep on trying to play right in my fucking face. Fuck. That shit don't even make sense. How you sitting here trying to play in my fucking face? And I won't be responding to you. I won't be. Don't send me no type of message. I don't want to reach no level of understanding with you. Nothing. You not looking to understand me. So fuck it. Let's just let bygones be bygones. Take that shit somewhere else.
I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'ma stay right here for this toxic, God take breath from me. I'm sipping this hand and eat this pain, but it ain't helping.
I know what they trying to do. I know exactly what they trying to do. They're trying to stop me from putting out knowledge and wisdom and
I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the gang and paid the price. I was young and the rest for the money, my hunger for paper saved my life. And I should say it tonight. If you want that lick shit, we can get rich quick, we can get paid tonight. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, everybody want the shit. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down.
And then they act like they don't know what they doing. They act like they don't know that they doing it. Come on, man. Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. You sitting here sending messages to the Discord, but then you get on a public platform and me. Why you ain't just send the messages to the Discord? Because you making a scene. You making it about you. You trying to keep on fucking scratching until I fucking snap on you. And then you're going to be like, oh, don't talk to me like that. That's a victimizing fucking mindset. You sit there and play the attacker, and then as soon as I respond to you, you play the fucking victim. Get your weird ass out of here with that shit. So you have these different variations of feelings and emotions. You got to recognize the emotions that's associated with these energetic frequencies. Everybody don't want you to operate at a higher frequency. They're going to start saying stuff like, oh, you think you're better than us. Oh, you think you're too good for us. Oh, you think this. They'll start projecting a bunch of shit on you that's not you. If you didn't hear me say it from, I'm that much open of a book, right? I'm that much open of a book that you don't have to sit there and try to tell me this, tell me that. I'm going to tell you exactly everything. You don't have to ask me nothing. I'm going to tell you, right? So this is why I don't play these games, because I don't play with other people's feelings and emotions. So I don't like people playing with mine. That's just regular, right? I literally protect other people's feelings and emotions and right to freedom of think and all of that stuff. But this is the game that I keep on running into. This is what I keep on running into. People who want to tear you down, they will sit there and try to make you feel a certain type of way because it makes them feel better when you feel a certain type of way. But that's why I don't see people. That's why I started reading energies in the first place, because I was tired of all these different personas playing on me, right? So I started reading energies, started learning numerology, started learning, colorology. When you start learning colorology, you can actually see what color someone's in their aura. You can actually see their aura. You can see what they're operating in. I don't tell everybody that I see their auras. I don't tell anybody that I see what energy they in. I respect the fact that that's the energy that they're operating in, right? Hey, I can't do nothing about your energetic operation. I can't do nothing about that. The fact that you keep on trying to, this is like the third time you tested the waters. This is like the third time. And the fact that you keep on trying to bring it to a public platform, it only says that you don't have no good intentions for me. Be honest with yourself, because I'm going to be honest with you. You don't have good intentions for me. You see me on the platform talking about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and instead of just letting that be, you keep on trying to make me frustrated or argue with you. For what? That means you, and this is the second time. This is the third time that you did it. So you don't sit here and try to lie and be like, oh, I wish you knew my real intentions. No. You're showing me through your actions, you are showing me what your real intentions are. You sitting here making it seem like you want the knowledge, but you keep on interrupting the knowledge in order to bring attention to yourself. Make it make sense. I need you to do some shit that makes sense. So that's why I don't operate in these lower vibrational frequencies, because these are the vibrational frequencies that they want to put you in. They want you to say some stuff so you can regret what you said. You get what I'm saying? They want you to say some stuff so then you regret what you said, which takes you back to your sacral chakra. Then once you start regretting what you said, it puts you in guilt, right? And then once you start feeling guilty, you go back to shame. Now you're right back at the lowest frequency. You get what I'm saying? But I understand that I am a multi-dimensional being. So I understand that I can be in any of these states of being. And I always know how to find myself out of them. I don't let these things fester on me. I don't let these things fester on me. I don't let people build this type of energy up inside of me. This is why you see me shut the live down or separate myself from the Discord or so on and so forth, because I know the game. They want to build these different energies up in you. You know what I mean? They want to build these different energies up in you. So it'll come on subtly, right? They'll pretend like they, oh yeah, but then they'll start backbiting you. They'll try to get other people to say stuff to you. They'll try to make you look a certain way in front of a group, right? This is building that energy inside of you. It's a way to control you. That's why I implore y'all, go read The Art of Seduction. Go read The Art of Seduction. Because when you read The Art of Seduction, then you'll realize the cohortions of the heart, right? It's when people find out what your deep thoughts are. People find out what you love, try to take it off the table. People find out the things you like and try to push it away from you. This is what they do. This is the things that they do. So I'm very cautious of people, because the devil will always reveal himself to you in the form of a person, right? So I pay attention to that. So I don't really take heed to certain levels of things, certain variations of things, right? Think about this. If that person that say they care about me really cared about me, they would have never brought any of that stuff to the panel, right? They would have sent me a message in Discord like they've been doing, right? But the fact that you sending me messages in Discord, but you decide to make a public display of some bullshit, only tells me that you're not in it for the right reasons. Because if you see me having a class of enlightenment, then you should just come in for the enlightenment. Any questions that you might have, you have a personal way of getting in contact with me. That means you didn't want anything to stay on the back end. You wanted to make a scene, you wanted to do it, but then you take away and say, I didn't do it on purpose. Yes, you did. Because you're sending messages in the Discord while I'm live. And then when I don't respond to the Discord, then you come on a panel and start doing the same thing. It's a false operation. And I try to have as much understanding as possible. So I overlook it sometimes. I'll just overlook it and be like, okay, maybe that person don't know they're operating like that. Let me overlook it. Right. And then because they're operating in pride, they become demanding. You know what I mean? It becomes demanding after that. So they're forcing you to deal with them when they want you to deal with them on their time. That's a pride thing. You see, that's in the solar plex. The scorn. They say ain't no wrath like a woman scorned, right? So because they're scorned, they become demanding, right? That's a pride thing. It has nothing to do with me. Me trying to give you enlightenment, trying to get you to recognize these energies in other people. How do you think I recognize these energies in other people? How do you think I recognize entities in other people? Because I apply this to my life. I realize when these energies are getting fed. So I know when you're feeding fear. I know when you're feeding grief. I know when you're feeding guilt, shame, pride. And if you're trying to pour that in my vessel, I'm going to call you out every time. I already put my pride to the side. I already let the ego die. You know? So you can't put me back in those operations because I recognize them inside my vessel. Everything that I'm teaching y'all, I apply to my real life. There's a reason I'm on a long ass country road by a lake by my lonesome. It's a reason for that. Because I don't like people playing with my feelings and emotions. It affects my conscious frequency. So when you actually accept the fact that you have a conscious, it is up to you to build that conscious. No one else is going to help you build that conscious. They're going to try to put you back in a unconscious state of being, which is back in your root chakra. Guilt, shame, humiliation, despair, hopelessness. They want you to think that you got a chance so they can tear you down in the long run. So I recognize these different things that are in this world. So I avoid them. I don't let them become me. You're not going to feed me a negative, fucked up energy, and I'm supposed to feed you love. I'm supposed to build you up while you're secretly tearing me down. You know? So I don't let people play on my energies like that. It doesn't make sense for me to tell someone to protect their energy, but then to watch my energy diminish. No, that's not how that works. If we're going to be uplifting, we're going to be uplifting for each other, right? Hummingbird been rocking with me, since day one, really. Hummingbird been rocking with me. Me and Hummingbird ain't always see eye to eye. When she argued with somebody in the comment section, we went to Discord, had a whole conversation about it. She accepted it. Because she's in it for the right reasons. She want a build, right? It's not like she's in here trying to falsify what it is she's here for. She accepted it. When we got to the Discord, she said, "You right. I apologize." And she came out doing better. She didn't come out with that scorn. You know, she didn't come out and say, "Oh, he tried to do this." No, we took the conversation to a private setting. Why? You got to know these people that's around you. Some people really want to grow and build with you, and then some people want to play on you and see if they can fuck up what you building. So I'm very protective of the collective that I'm building because I want the right people around me. I don't want people around me that can they want to see what they can benefit from. Hey, I got books for sale. Hey, can you promote my stuff? Hey, I'm trying to make money. Hey, I need money. Hey, can you help me make money? Oh, see? I think I did kick you out the Discord at one point. I apologize because I thought I didn't know that you were I think it was that whole Avenger thing. I think you were putting comment. I didn't want people to think I was talking about Danny in a Discord. I don't really know what happened, but I remember I went through it with you too. And what happened? You and I both came to a realization what we were both truly in it for. I stayed true to myself, you stayed true to yourself, and look at it. Back in the circle, right? That's when you staying true to oneself. When you in it for all the wrong reasons, that means you just coming over here trying to look for stuff to nitpick at, you know? That means you're trying to find shit to irritate somebody. But when you in it for the right reasons, you're gonna realize, damn, he ain't the person I thought he was. He's actually a good person. Let me go and that's truth. That's growth and development. You can't expect to love somebody the way they want you to love them until they tell you how they want to be loved. Everybody's out here loving differently. Some people getting locked in the basement and told that that's an idea of love. So when they get older, they start locking people in the basement. I'm doing this because I love you. Your parents whooped your ass when you was a kid and said they was doing it because they love you. You know? So you have to be careful of how somebody teach you how to love. If you go out and you trying to give somebody love, first you have to take into consideration how that person want to love, you know, or you're going to end up in a Jaguar Wright effect where y'all either fighting or fucking. I don't want that. Jaguar Wright on set in the West yesterday, Wolf Coochie pulled out a piece of shrimp or something and said, what do this look like? She going to say, Ralph's member, and then she going to eat it. Listen to me. Then she deep-throated it. After she just now depicted it as my private area, she chomped down on it real quick. Wolf Coochie talking about something. Oh man, I ain't gonna put this in my mouth now that you said that. She went and swallowed it up, gobbled me up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed up? Apparently I have. You motherfucker swallowed me up.
Oh, what's that fell?
What Coochie said? What this look like?
Candle lit for you.
They said Ralph's penis, and then she swallowed me up.
Oh, you ordered that? Yes. Ready. Let's get this candle lit.
How strong is it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's the same amount.
She swallowed me up.
That was my.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
We have
Hold
them up
on,
in
let
there.
me find it real quick. He gonna say, what this look like? Why they both sitting there eating, thinking about my member? That's sick. That's sick. That mean Wolf Coochie sitting there thinking about putting a thing in his mouth. She done swallowed me up. Yeah, you know I ain't got that red tie difference on. She said, what could you say?
Anybody that says that, like,
He said, where's the part at? I'm trying to find it. I didn't timestamp it. He gonna say, what's this look like? Oh, it's a Ralph's member, and then swallowed it up.
find another picture and go look at that. We have
The topic. You tell us what y'all want us to talk about.
He picked up a jumbo shrimp and was like, what's this look like? They probably went back and clipped it. You know, damn well we was on that, Wolf Coochie. I just happened to be looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is y'all sitting there thinking about food as body parts?
how strong your trigger finger is. Those things.
Somebody wants to. I mean, you're not running from nobody. saying that life section. Somebody wants to end.
Man, why I can't find this part?
Somebody wants to end the Jaguar life section. The algorithm saying that you were bought off.
By who?
Exactly. That was my question. I said, by who? And they said, same people you running from.
We showing off our face.
How many people?
You know what? I'll take this.
No, how you doing?
Get my.
Where is this damn part at?
No, I don't want it. We'll get another one.
This shit was funny as hell. Soon as Wolf Coochie said, "What this look like?" She said, "Ralph's member," and then proceeded to gobble me up. Where is this part at? I know they're not smart enough to get rid of the part. Where is this part at? She literally was like, "Ralph's member," and then swallowed me up.
Some numbers when they come up. You never know.
Y'all please text me. I'll give you my email.
Might be.
Well, anyway, Wolf might have deleted it or whatever. But that shit was funny. Something's not right with them. Just sexualizes everything. That's all they ever do. Have you ever been swallowed up? Apparently I have. She act like I was Jonas and she was the whale. The way she swallowed me up. Never had a girlfriend in my life, but I'm enjoying being myself. Absolutely. You have to learn how to enjoy your own company. That's how I am. I enjoy my own company. I would have to go back and watch it and get a timestamp on it. Yeah, how you look at shrimp and sexualize shrimp. And that came from the mind of Wolf Coochie. That came from the mind of Wolf Coochie because Wolf Coochie was like, "What this look like?" And then she was like, "Ralph's member." And he was like, yeah. So that means both of y'all sitting there thinking about my dick. Nasties. Sitting there thinking about my dick. They both sitting there thinking about my dick. That's sick. That's sick. Y'all on a dinner date thinking about putting me in y'all mouth. These motherfuckers on a dinner date thinking about putting me in their mouth. That is terrible. Listen, I don't care. Miss me with the insult. Y'all motherfuckers is on a dinner date, foreplaying, putting me in y'all mouth. You erectile dysfunction, ass swallow me up like that. She ain't hesitate. She ain't even hesitate. Yeah, what this look like? Ralph's member. Damn. You didn't let the joke settle before you swallow me up. Just swallow me up. She is nasty. Wolf Coochie nasty too. If she said that's what it looked like, you should have threw that shit in the trash. You should have threw that shit in the trash. Why you let her put that in her mouth if you knew what she was thinking about? Should have threw that motherfucker in the trash. This the one we not going to eat. What Coochie was about to put it in his mouth. He about to put his mouth on it. That shrimp didn't stand a chance. Right. The fact that he thought about it first is even more alarming to me. Even more alarming than her doing that is the fact that Wolf Coochie thought about it first. So turn out the lights and close the door. But for what? Because we don't love them hoes. Yeah, he's on that weird shit. I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. So turn out the light and close the door. But for what? Because we don't love them hoes. Yeah, that mean it's a bunch of niggas in there with condoms. Weird asses. So yeah, you want to stay and make sure you get an image of this chart so you can start recognizing some of these things that come with it. So when we're speaking about energetic frequencies and stuff, this is what you want to make sure you understand, these different variations of frequencies that comes with the vessel, right? So you want to know that people are not playing on these different things. These are the things that people are going to play on, right? They're going to try to put you in these viewpoints of life. Tragic. So this is where trauma bonding comes in, right? Tragedy, so on and so forth, hopelessness. They want you to have these type of views on life. They want you to be anger. You know, they want you to have these lower vibrations, especially these three lower colors, the yellow, the orange, and the red. That's what they want you in. Energetic frequencies of the vessel, right? Now, when you get into sound, sound is sound. Sound has its own frequencies. When you get into light, light is light. Light has its own frequencies. But you being the balance of everything, these are the energetic frequencies that you should look out for. Y'all make sure y'all hit the cash at one time. The link? What do you mean drop the link to this chat? You mean to the StreamYard or to the page? The link to the chart? That's easy. You don't need the link to the chart. All you got to look up is map of consciousness. That's all you got to do is just type in map of consciousness and then go to images. And you're going to see a variety of maps like this. That's all you got to do is type in map of consciousness, go to images, and a bunch of images like this are going to pop up. You can find one that fits you, find one It's not nothing, see? It's a bunch of them. See? You can just find whatever ones you want to use or work with, whatever the case may be. So this is actually reverse right here. They have the red on the top. So the red, the shame, the guilt, numbness, spiritless, can't be reached, right? The absorbed, this is the behavior. The absorbed victim with no will to live, right? The emotion, dead wish, severely mentally ill, right? Unconscious and asleep. So this is what we're talking about when we say unconscious. When we say someone is asleep, we're saying that they're unconscious. We're not saying that they're taking a nap. We're not saying that they're resting. When someone's in a sleep state, that means they're in their root chakra, their lowest chakra, right? That's a sleep state. For all the conspiracy theorists out there, that's what we mean by sleep versus awake. It's one without a conscious and one with a conscious. When you realize you have a conscious, you are no longer in an unconscious state. Therefore, you are not sleep anymore. You are woke, right? So now let's go into grief, pain, sorrow, heartbreak, no hope. The behaviors that come with that is misery, darkness, the mood of any gathering, right? Find a chart that best helps you. You can find a chart that best helps you, right? So then you got stuck in regret and sadness, withdrawal, right? That's what you're going through in your sacral chakra, right? This is nightmares, mistaken for reality. Nightmares mistaken for reality. This is where the incubus and the succubus comes in at, right? Now you have your will. This is where fearfulness, negativity, and anxiety, dogmatic, right? This is where starts often sentence with "I'm afraid," you know, uh, you know, they're terrified, you know. These are the words that you have to look for coming out of people in order to understand what frequency they're on. You have to take into consideration these frequencies, right? These people are caught in a fearful programming. This is where all these fear mongers come from on YouTube. All these people that's, fear mongering, so on and so forth. This is where that comes from, right? So then you have number, this is coming out of the negative. This is 10. So this is where anger, desire, hate, jealousy, uh craving bosses. This is where your cravings come in at, right? This is where criticizing, putting others down, right? This is where Jaguar Wright is best at, right? At the criticizing and putting other people down. Once you realize the behavior of these energies, you can recognize them inside your vessel, and you can also, recognize them in other personas, right? So comparing want with their needs, so on and so forth, what others have, they're always pointing out what others have or what they don't got or what's unfair, what's not fair, you know uh adverse and rejection, right? This is when somebody is not satisfied, right? The plaque wasn't enough. No, I want more. you know Going to Mar-a-Lago wasn't enough. I want more. you know Having a nonprofit organization ain't enough. They want more. Now they want to have a management company. Now they want to have a puppet show. Now they want to have a black TMZ. Now they want to have This is the greed of a persona, right? Yes. Yes. This is where stations come in at. This is why radio frequencies are called station and TVs are called channels, right? Because you're channeling the energy when you're taking it from a viewpoint, and you're changing the station when you're taking it from a frequency or a hearing point. This is why they use certain words like that. When someone is, when that's why when you were a kid, you seen this program is paid for by the following, right? Because it's programming you. So when you see a Toys R Us commercial by watching TV, and then you go out and you drive past a Toys R Us, right? This is where that programming kicks in. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You know, you think about buying toys. When you think about the attention span of a child, the attention span of a child is only 30 seconds. So within the course of a 30 seconds, you got to imagine how much programming is being placed inside that child's mind, right? This is where, once again, channeling. They're channeling an energy inside of you that's making you operate according to whatever it is they're programming. This is why Shelley says things like, I'm not going to let nobody deprogram her, right? Because Shelley has took the time to program Ali Carter according to how she wanted her to operate. So she's not going to let nobody else come in and reprogram her because she done spent so much time programming her, right? Channeling her different energies so she can operate according to how Shelley wants her to operate, right? So you have to be cautious of these things, right? You just now seen a little glimpse of it in the comment section where someone was trying to program me to act how they wanted me to act so they can feel comfortable in their actions, right? That's programming. They were trying to get me to act according to how they wanted me to act so they can feel good about how they act. They don't want no accountability. So the reason why they act the way they act, they want you to respond, and then they say, that's why I treat you like that. It's a fucked up ass thing. I don't want that. Right? Turn the TV off. You know? Turn the TV off. So you have to stay out of that. And then you have pride, social status, competing, show off, stubborn, right? These are all consciousness. People are in these prideful consciousness. People are in social status consciousness. This is why they try to fool you, make you think they got PhDs, make you think they did 27 years of school, make you think that they're 34 years old and they can do this and so on and so forth. This is called pride. This is your social status. This is what frequency they're operating on. This is where the behavior of Jaguar Wright, Madagascar, and you know, Meth Mouth Murph and all of them come in at. It's the blame game, blaming others for their own failures and problems. This is why Murph said, I got mental issues, deal with it. It's not my concern, because he's blaming society, he's blaming others, he's blaming the government, he's blaming the system for his failures. This is where all this comes in at, right? And then they become revengeful, spiteful, and vindictive. You're watching them operate like that. You're watching Madagascar become revengeful. She feels like she's got to get back at Lady Letitia. She feels like she's got to get back at Just D's. She's operating with a spiteful emotion, right? And then you got to be careful. They're willing to be unforgiven. You watch them. They never say that they forgive. They never say that they apologize. They never admit that they're wrong. They become unforgiven in their vengefulness, right? I'm not taking nothing back. I'm not apologizing for nothing, right? Everything I said, I meant that. I hate these. I hate that. I hate. These are the operations of these personas. Don't see them for the persona that they are. See them for how they're operating. you know? So now when you're coming out of that dark area, this is when you start stepping into the light, right? When you become courageous, right? Bravery, standing up for others. You have high hopes, right? Facing life, including fears and challenges. This is your behavior. You start facing life. You stop asking, why me, why me, why me? And you start looking and saying, why not me? You know, why not me? They say one person can't change the world. Why not? You know, they say one person can't do, why not? You know what I mean? So you'll start facing things. You'll start accepting life and all situations, starting to have a positive outlook on your spiritual view of life, right? Not saying that all things in this physical life are of positive, but you'll know inside yourself that everything is happening for a reason. Not saying that everything is happening is good, but we know it's happening for a reason. It's a lot of energies that's about to be transferred, which means it's a lot of people that's not going to be here no more, right? Because their energies are being transferred. They already sold their souls, right? So now their souls are finding a way out of the vessel. A lot of people don't realize that it's their soul that's troubled. And their soul is like, well, I can't get this vessel to operate. Let me shake loose. You know? Yeah, that's what I had to start telling myself. I learned that in a group home. No, actually, I learned that in a foster home. When I was in a foster home at one point, I had to stop beating myself up. I was thinking that everything was my fault. I'm like, why me? Why am I the only one still outside of the family? Why am I the only one still in foster care? Why I'm the only one still going through it? Why everybody else get placed back with a family member, but I get placed in group homes and foster cares? Why me? Why don't nobody come visit me? Why me? Why I beat myself up. My foster dad told me, he said, hey, why are you messing your life up? Right? He said, you know, and he sat down and he told me something that I carry to this day. He said, if you want to get back at people that did you wrong in your past, you don't tear your life up. You make a life worth being a part of. See, in the hood, we come from a mindset of soon as you get mad, you say, I'm not eating. I ain't eating dinner. I don't care. I'm not eating dinner. That ain't making nobody else starve but you. The person you mad at still eating. Your ass hungry. Your stomach growling. The person who pissed you off done sat down and probably ate your food and they food. You know? So why are you hurting yourself thinking that you affecting somebody else? You not. Make a life worth being a part of. That's how you get their ass back. You don't go out and fuck your life up and think that you getting back at somebody else. You go out and you make a life worth being a part of. That's so that way they can regret not being a part of your life. But, you know, to each his own, right? So now we get into your social, your helpfulness, willing to support, you know, positive, friendly interactions, right? Satisfaction, seeing rational motives, right? This is your reasoning, right? You have to become the voice of reasoning for yourself, right? So if it's reasonable that you have to cut this person off, stop hanging out with that person, you have to put these boundaries up. You have to put your boundaries back up with people, you know? Let somebody know, hey, I play a lot of games, but these are the games that I don't play, right? Whenever I used to become friends with somebody, a man, you know, masculine, whatever, uh, masculine energy or whatever, um, I would tell them like, hey, don't call me a B, right? Don't call me a pussy. Don't call me these things because these things affect my life water. So I don't want you to trigger something that's in my life water that I've been protecting myself from. So if we're going to be friends, these are the things that you need to stay away from as a friend, right? If we're going to be friends, because that's where friends don't cross certain boundaries. I had a lot of guy friends who would say stuff like, man, if we ever got into it, I'm gonna pick up something and hit your big ass with it. And I'd be thinking like, damn, why are you thinking about us getting into it? But it also let me know that if this person ever do start acting like they want to aggress towards me, it means they got a weapon, because they said that they're only going to get into it with you if they got a weapon. So you got to be cautious of these different people that's in secret competition with you. They're going to tell on themselves every time. You change your outfit, they feel like they got to change their outfit. You get a haircut, they feel like they got to get a haircut. You have a baby, they feel like they got to have a baby. You get married, they feel like they got to get married. All of these things are actions that people show, but we don't pay attention to it because we get caught up in the person or the title or their social achievements, accolades, so on and so forth, right? So you got to be very cautious. You might think that a long time you might have told yourself like, why are they beating me down? I don't got shit. Why are they coming at me? I don't have nothing. I'm at the lowest point of my life. Why are they still kicking dirt on me? Right? It's because just because you think you at a lower point in your life doesn't really mean you're at a low point in your life. You think you're at a low point. They still looking at the vibrational frequency that you letting off. Like, shit, how you still smiling? We done put all this dirt on you. Why you still smiling? You know what I mean? So you have to be careful with this stuff. You know, you have to be careful with this stuff. So then you have optimistic, cheerful, good friend, loyal, right? This is a leader in society, positive support group, um, contentment and happiness, right? They're inspired, right? A lot of people don't realize why y'all come to my page. I'll explain to you why you come to my page. I inspire you. Let's be honest. I'm not sitting here observing your energy. I'm not trauma bonding with you or anything. I'm inspiring you to be greater. I give you that type of spiritual view. I speak to your spirit and it becomes inspiring, right? And then you start getting addicted to that voice. You start getting addicted to that. You're feeding your spirit. You're like, damn, after leaving his room, I got a lot of energy. Like I feel like I could take on the world. Damn, he made me feel good. I gotta get, you know. So you got to be careful of who it is that you're putting yourself around. Some people going to drain you. You leave certain situations and you feel tired more than you know what I mean? If you leave my life, you're going to be like, man, what we doing next? Like, you know what I mean? So it's a different level over here. They can't reach this level. They try to suck this up, but then put all these other things on me, like, unforgiving and, all of these other lower vibrational things. But what they really trying to absorb is the love and the light that I have for this world, the knowledge and the wisdom. This is why you're watching them steal different pieces of my character. This is why I keep repeating, I'll rub off on them before they ever rub off on me. And you're watching everything that I say become true, right? Maggie done stole different traits of me, right? Ronnie Bo done stole different traits of me, right? Big homie CC done stole different traits of me, right? Jaguar, Grand Rising, trying to act like she's a spiritual person, right? You're watching them analyze the stuff that I've been talking about, try to put me in rage or anger as they steal my intellectual properties, right? They trying to swallow me up. You know what I mean? They all want to swallow me up. Have you ever been swallowed up? This is why you got to have emotional intelligence. You know, this is where that emotional intelligence come in at. My hair don't want to work. First it's hot in here, then it's cold in here. Am I going through a midlife crisis? Am I having mood swings? So this is why you got to be cautious of these things, you know, especially now that I told them that I, you know, operate a business and so on and so forth. Now they looking into my LinkedIn and stuff like that. Maggie done went and found my LinkedIn, looked at my LinkedIn. She's so dumb. She don't even know that LinkedIn sends me an email whenever somebody look at my damn page. Look at this shit. And they trying to say somebody's stalking them, right? Look at this shit. What the fuck is you doing, Maggie? Huh? Why is you going to look at my LinkedIn for? Huh? Don't you know LinkedIn going to send me a message and let me know somebody viewed your page? What the fuck is you going to look at my shit for, Maggie? Make it make sense. You guys are proven to be the stalkers. You're stalking me. That's why I'm accumulating all this evidence for the feds so they can cook y'all ass. That's why I'm getting all the evidence lined up for the feds. It's all in my phone. Soon as they come to my crib, I'm gonna just hand them my phone. Like, here you go. Look through it. Y'all sitting there trying to make it seem like people stalking y'all. You did the same thing on Instagram, Maggie. You forgot you sent me a message on Instagram. You forgot you commented on my Instagram. So that means you've been wanting looked at my Instagram, Maggie. You think somebody's slow. I told y'all I'm 20 steps ahead of y'all. I told y'all, because I operate a business, I got to make sure that I'm protected digitally. You dummies. That means I got firewall protections. That means anytime y'all try to look into my accounts, it notifies me to let me know that one of y'all, I told y'all that already. When y'all did it with Facebook, all y'all Facebook started popping up on my shit. Every time y'all try to look into me, I get an ass load of information about y'all. Stop looking into me. Stop trying to look me up. My firewall is good. It's going to tell me exactly who doing what. The fuckery. Now you mad. How that make you feel, Maggie, that you found out that I'm a social media engineer? How that make you feel when you went to my LinkedIn? How that make you feel? Now you can't, now you got to make up a lie. Now you can't, you got to go back and say, damn, he actually works for TikTok under an agency. Yes, Maggie. I had to give him my social security number. I got to file taxes on the shit that I'm doing online. Dumbasses. That's the problem. Y'all evading taxes. Y'all don't even know how to properly operate on here. You're special. You something special. You're some type of wonderful. I promise you. Now you know that I'm not, I don't need to sit on here and paint myself to be a lie like y'all. Now you can't say shit. Now you can't look and say, oh, he don't own no business. He don't got no LLC. What my LinkedIn tell you? What you find out from my LinkedIn, Maggie? Huh? Huh? How that make you feel? Huh? The things that make you say, get y'all asses out of here. Y'all stalking people and then try to make it seem like somebody's stalking y'all. I'm 10 steps ahead. I'm 20 steps ahead of y'all. I know y'all move before y'all make it. I know y'all move before y'all make it. The universe is aligned with me, and the universe tells me more than what y'all think. But, you know, that's where downloads come in at, right? Universal knowledge. But let's move forward. So once you get to your heart, this is your open heart, your love, radiating positivity, understanding and forgiveness, empowerment, loving, leader, helper. These is all the things that's in the spiritual realm of love, right? Being empowerment to people, being a loving leader to people, so on and so forth, right? These are all the things, right? So you have these different variations of things, and you have to, this is when you get your acoustic records back. This is when you start realizing your abilities, your intellectual abilities. This is when you start having emotional intelligence. You start pouring into the right people. You start praising the right people. You start celebrating with the right people, right? You celebrate with those who want to be a part of your celebration. A lot of people are taking their celebrations to people that don't care about their celebrations. You know, you sitting there wanting somebody to give you an attaboy that you never gonna get an attaboy from. Listen, let's face it. Some of our parents are never going to tell us that they're proud of us. Okay? No matter what you do, some of our parents will never tell us that we're proud of us. So you have to say, you got to stop looking for that attaboy. Stop looking for the attaboy. You know, be unapologetically you. And whoever vibrates to that, that's who vibrates to that. Look at Jaguar. She's a mean-spirited person, and look how many people vibrate to that. She's a ball of wickedness. Look how many. She's a fan favorite, a truck stop favorite. She's a trucker's favorite. You know, lot lizard special. You know, swallowed up. You know, so you gotta be careful with that. And then when you get into these higher realms, now these are the realms that I like to operate in, okay? This is your spiritual search and study, right? Metaphysics. This is where you start connecting yourself to the earth and to the universe, right? Metaphysics, right? So you start realizing the connection that you have with Mother Earth through grounding and so on and so forth. And then you start realizing the connection that you have with Source by putting the knowledge of the universe inside of you, right? The connection between as above, so below, as without, so within. You start searching for knowledge in this world to be wise, right? So, first experience of inner divine connection, right? This is when you find yourself, right? You realize you're your own best friend. You realize that when times get hard and shit hit the fan, God don't walk with you, he carried you, man. You know, you'll start realizing this, your serenity, your inner strength, your wisdom, right? Now, this is when your spiritual view, it's one of wise. This is when you become wise, you know? Greetings, namaste, I say, salutation, salam, peace, love is love. So this is when that comes in, right? The ability to apply the knowledge that you took in and be wise within that knowledge. But that's not the only thing that is wise. There's spiritual wisdom, right? So when you reach a level of comprehension of true meaning of life and love, this is where you see our collective. We always say love is love or love is light, right? This is when you reach that point. I don't want to practice hate no more. Teach me how to love, but unconditional love, not the love that you look at that's actually lust. Don't teach me how to lust. Teach me how to love, you know? Teach me how to see past the human experience of being creatures of habit, right? So this is when you reconnect with the divine within side, right? Total compassion and creativity, right? This is where your spiritual wisdom come in, right? This is why you always see me repeat these things. This is why you always see me tell you that I love you. This is why you always see me saying love and standing in the light. This is why I repeat these things through proper repetition. That's when it becomes true. That's why I repeat these things over and over and over again. because through the repeatingness of this, one can make it true. You see a lot of people repeating hateful things. You see a lot of people reflecting negative things. That's what they became. Try not to become what they became. A lot of people want you to become what they are. It makes them feel good about themselves when you become what they are, a monster, right? So you got to be cautious of that. And then you have peace and inner joy. This is when you radiating peace. This is the behavior that comes off of that. You radiate peace. You no longer want to be at war. You no longer want to be at conflict. You no longer want to be at separation, right? Bliss, completeness, and unconditional love. Now, enlightenment is when you start changing up everything. This is why you see my vocabulary change. This is why I say I'm a multi-dimensional being sharing a human experience. This is why I say I'm a light being, right? It says being light. They changed it to light being, right? But when you're being light, you're being a reflection of that light that's coming in. This is your state of being, right? We're all in different states of mind, but what is your state of being? Are you a light being or are you dark being? Are you being light or are you being darkness, right? This is where purity comes in at. So you have to be cautious. If our conscious is waking up inside of our body, our conscious is waking up inside the vessel. And if your conscious is waking up, then that means different variations of you is also waking up. So you got to be careful of what people are putting you in. And this is just the same thing, but it's in the list of the chakras, right? So you have your base. This is earth. This is your root chakra, right? Then you have your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is considered to be fire plus water. It's fire water. This is where alchemy comes in at, right? Then your solar plex. Solar plex is considered to be fire because this is where the sun comes in, solar system, solar plex, so on and so forth. Your willpower is built in the solar plex, comes from the solar plex. Heart is a representation of water, the element water. Your throat is a representation of air and water, right? Then this is the separations. Remember when God said he separated the light water from the dark water? These are the separations. So your dark water, everything below the heart could be dark water, because when you're rising out of the heart, you get to air and water, right? And then you get to air. Air is another form of water. It's just evaporated, right? And then your crown chakra is also air. So you have different variations of this that blends together. You have different variations that blends together. So now this is where crystals come in. This is why I say crystals are about to become very important, right? Your base chakra consists of ruby, granite, smoky quartz, hemalite, obsidian, right? Where your sacral chakra, if you want to enhance the energy of the sacral chakra, you want to get these crystals, right? Now I can't read all the crystals because, like I said, I'm not a good reader. I read great to myself, but when coming to explain this to other people, I don't like sitting here agonites. I know they said sounded out when we was a kid, but everybody don't sound shit out the same. I've been walking around saying Prinzel because that's how it's spelled, Prinzel, but y'all say pretzel. It spells Prinzel. But once again, I digress. When I was younger, I used to say muscle because that's how it's spelled, muscle. But y'all say muscle, So everybody pronunciation could be different, right? So as you're moving up, you see the crystals that's related to the chakras. This is why you see me telling people about crystals, selling and I sell crystals because I'm deeply invested in the growth of the spirit of our personas. right? I'm deeply invested in this, right? So now let's look at the planets and the zodiac signs. Look at where Uranus is at. Uranus and Mercury in the Aquarius and Gemini. That's in the crown chakra. So if we're in the age of Aquarius, Uranus rules the Aquarius sky. Uranus is in the crown chakra. So if we're in the age of Aquarius, that means your crown chakra will be affected the most, right? Now, if you go down to the base, you will see that Earth, Pluto, Saturn, Scorpion, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Taurus. These are the zodiac signs and the planets that are related to these chakras. So when you're coming out of your Saturn, you're coming out of your root chakra, you're moving into Uranus. Uranus is your crown chakra. So you'll stop operating in that base root chakra that is based off of fear, and you'll start operating in your Uranus chakra, which is operating on higher evolution, vibrational things, right? So all of the planets have something to do with our body and vessel. And if we go deeper into this and we apply the biblical text to this, we will see that all of the names from the biblical text has they're lined up in our chakras. So all of the Matthew, Mark's, Luke's, and John's, they were references of chakras that was in the vessel. Mary Magdalene was a representation of the sacral chakra. So when Christ coming from the root chakra, Nazareth, rising up to the sacral chakra, he took Mary Magdalene with him because she was a representation of the sacral chakra. And then you have John the Baptist. John the Baptist was a representation of the heart chakra. Remember, John the Baptist was the first one to baptize Christ, right? So when you start digging into this knowledge, you'll start seeing the connections that everything have with everything. Metamorphism. This is when you start making the connections yourself, right? So one has to want to go and pick up these variations of knowledge, wisdoms, understandings. You have people like me that's trying to help people along the way, you know, and this is where the days of the weeks come in. Okay. They are also referred to as chakras, right? The ray of the day. You see Tuesday, first ray blue, Sunday, second ray yellow, Monday, third ray pink. Friday is but these were named after pagan gods. Monday was the moon god, Wednesday was the wind god, Thursday was Thor, Saturday was Saturn, Sunday was the sun god. So but if you look at the archangels that comes with these chakras, with these colors, you'll see a multitude of angels that comes with these colors, right? Um, you might even see some winds, right? You see Missouri, you see the states and stuff, California, USA, so on and so forth. Raphael, the Mother Mary, right? Uriel, that's one of the angels. So when you're doing tarot card readings and stuff like that, these are the things that they're referring to, right? You see the Hawaiian Islands, Aloha, you see these different things. These are the Elohims. So when the Elohims, these are referred to as landmarkers, right? You see at the top, you got California, Sahara Desert, Half Dome, Amazonia, Amazon. Well, you see Hercules up there, right? So these are the different places because these are Lee lines. This goes back to Lee lines. What Lee line were you on? So on and so forth. So when you have somebody born in New Jersey or these different places, there's certain Lee lines that they're on that's connected to our chakras, right? Just bear with me. Bear with me. Y'all make sure y'all hit the cash app one time. If y'all like wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, Hit the Cash App. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to change your operation of currency. Throw me a little coin. You know this information's worth $5 or $10. Don't play with me. Y'all know this is worth $5 or $10. It's worth more than that. That's why I don't put a price to it. That's why I just, give it out freely in hopes that people are willing to contribute to it. But this shit is worth more than that. They want me to put a book together and sell it back to y'all. I won't do it. They keep on telling me this. Why don't you just write a book? Why? So I can get caught in the operation of currency, start looking at people as money instead of seeing them as people? I'll pass. I'd rather give the knowledge out for free and let people come into a grander understanding of their self. And if they feel like contributing, then they contribute. I'm not going to force people to contribute to some knowledge that the universe gave me to put back into this world, because then I'm going against the universe and I'm looking at the carnal things. All things will happen. All things will happen according to the universe. When it's time for me to, get to a higher realm, I'll be there. Right now, I just have to put this knowledge back into the world and hope people accept it. I see a lot of people accepting of it. So I know a lot of people are, feeling the ease from the knowledge that I'm putting back. So it's just about, staying true to that and just keep on putting the knowledge back into this verse, despite the different variations of things that will come against me, right? So once you get into this, these are the chakras. You see throat chakra, crown chakra, heart chakra, so on and so forth. Hopefully we'll pass the one that have the Christianity names in it. Hey, listen, if that's what you need, if you just need somebody to get you through the workday, then hey, my life, your entertainment, right? But I hope that you apply some of this to your life. I hope that you're taking heed to the knowledge that I'm putting out there, right? I hope it ain't just something you're doing to pass time, because time doesn't exist. I hope you're taking into consideration. Guess it don't matter. So you see the colors, right? Purple and gold, flock with rubies. Let me see if I can get one better. Do 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 la 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 do 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 do. If this world was mine. But see, once we get advanced, then I can start telling y'all about this stuff. Oh man, I'm just telling y'all about the 7 that make up the body, right? I ain't even get into these higher shots. Oh man, when I say I got so much, it's so much to teach. Like I literally, this is a never ending teaching process. You hear me? This shit is never ending. You hear me? Yeah. Whoa. Now we're going up to the 20. A lot of people don't even know that it's more than 22. There's damn near 48 chakras, 144 chakras of the vessel. Like, oh my goodness. I don't even want to discourage myself by going into that right now. Let me just give y'all a little bit at a time. I don't even want to discourage myself. Look at this shit. Look at it. 16 to 22. 8 to 15. That's the 4th dimension. We got to get all the way up here to the 5th dimension. That means we got to understand 16 to 22 chakras in order to be 5th dimensional beings. Oh. This is gonna be a hard ass journey. I can't even get y'all motherfuckers out of the 7. How the hell am I gonna get y'all into the 16 and 22? This is depressing. I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry. I can't even get y'all to understand the 7. Oh man, this shit is gonna be detrimental to my health. I can see it already. This shit is tough. But we here. We here for it. We here for it. Did she really just admit that Murphy lied about that? No, she didn't. She didn't just admit that Murphy lied about that. She did not just admit that Murphy lied about that. She didn't. She did not. She did not just admit that he lied about that. So this is where the words come in at. Chakra words, right? When you hear certain shamans hum and stuff like that, this is when they're working on certain chakras. So they'll say lum or yum or rum or hum, ham, yam, ram, yam, lamb. Like these are the different vibrational frequencies of your body. So when when you put these yums and hums, these are the chakra sounds that you're cleaning up. Would you say I got Cash App recently to send love to a few that are doing the work? Only wouldn't do the super chat or PayPal or anything. They take a percentage. This is way he gets it all. Yes, Cash App. Cash App is definitely a way to go. PayPal. That way they're not taking the 60 or 70%. Is she over there talking about him lying? No way. No way. See, I told you that motherfucking cookie crumbles. You hear me? I told y'all that motherfucking cookie crumbles. Huh? I'm trying to tell y'all the cookie crumbles. But hey, man, they gotta live in that. They gotta live in that circle. I ain't gotta live in that circle. Let them live in that circle. You know? They did. That's her fiance. You know what I'm saying? That's her fiance. I'm pretty sure she can, you know what I mean? If she mad at her fiance, that's her fiance. You know, she picked him as a fiance. Probably shit. You know? That's their circle. Shit, they run out of content. They got to start talking about each other. Oh, crap. Okay, so there's actually so much to teach. I'm telling you, there's so much to teach, but this is when you get to the higher chakras, right? Your crown chakra at the top of your head. Now, your soul star chakra is very important. This is why we put the star at the top of the tree. If you ever wondered why they put the star at the top of the tree, is because look at what it is. Look at what it is. Look at the chakra systems inside the vessel. You have the earth from which you came, which is actually the 0 point, which is your earth chakra. And then you are roots. So you're the same as a plant. Your base of your spine is the roots that is connected to the earth, right? So as you're watering your plant, now you become that tree. And the star at the top of the tree is a representation of your soul star chakra. This is where your a Kundalini or Akashic records is at, right? So your serpent rises from your root chakra, or your tree sprouts from your root chakra, and it grows inside the vessel, right? And the star that's on the top of it is a representation of your soul star. This puts you in contact with your Akashic records. This is when you can reach the universal gate, the galactic gate, and the divine gate, right? So your Akashic records is in your soul star chakra. A lot of people will never reach their Akashic records because they're stuck in lower realms of their self. So not everybody comes into the knowledge of their Akashic records, because not everyone is building their Kundalini. So as your DNA awakens, not everybody is going to experience a full 12-strand DNA awakening, because you're blocking yourself off. You are unequally yoked. So you have to be cautious with that. So become equally yoked with inside your vessel so you can grow with inside yourself. And that's where the magic takes place. But you see right here, this tells you that the planets are also a part of the chakras, right? The sun and the moon and Venus, Charos. Charos is a planet that was destroyed during the time of Tammet and all of this stuff. This used to be this Chiron. It used to be a planet before our Earth and all these planets got sucked into this dark hole. This used to be a planet, but it's not anymore. All right. But you have Mercury, Uranus, Neptune, Jupiter. You see at the top, Quaoar. All of these used to be planets, planetary alignment, so on and so forth. They stripped the world of this knowledge. We have to put this knowledge back in. And I'm sorry if my voice is a little bit raspy. I'm trying to, I got to drink tea and stuff like that. I'm trying to get my voice back. But we got to start helping remind each other who we are. Like, not everybody's going to be willing to put this knowledge back in, and they're going to downplay my intelligence. I expect that, they're going to downplay it. They're going to try to send you in a different direction. They're going to try to strike my page, all of this stuff. I expect that. That's why I duplicated myself on multiple pages. That's why I'm trying to build the Discord and so on and so forth, because I already know what this world is based on. It's not based on love. It's not based on light. This is a dark place that we're in. And it's not to take away from the light that's in this dark place. It's just to say that it's a dark place, right? But we're winning. We're winning. Think about that. We are really winning. No matter what they throw at us, we keep smiling. We keep thriving. We keep trying to be better, and that's all it's about. Thriving, becoming better with one another, with ourselves. I'm not saying that I'm not going to make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes along this journey. You're going to make mistakes along this journey. That don't take away that we're not better together. We got to stop, shake off those feelings and emotions that come with those mistakes, right? We come a long way. We come a long way. We can be adverse in this world. We can be adverse. I accept them for their nastiness. They don't accept us for our knowledge and our wisdom. We accept all their nastiness. You can tell by the way they festered in this world that we accept all of that low vibrational stuff. But you know what they won't let grow? Light, wisdom. They ain't trying to let us grow. They not trying to let us grow, Make sure y'all get some grounding in. The points that are of your hands and feet, these are transferable energies, you know. So that's why your hands is the way they are and the feet are the way they are, because we actually transfer a lot of energy through our hands and feet. This is why when toxic exit the body, it goes out of the feet. This is why it's good to ground. Go stand out in the grass. Your feet will start to sweat because the earth is actually pulling toxins out your feet. And plus, that is our original, our first sensor, right? So when you want to let Gaia know that you're here, you want to go touch the grass. That's like, getting back in touch with mother, right? You let her know that you here. She don't know how many people on her planet right now. If she knew that it was 9 billion people on the planet, more islands would have popped up. She would have provided more land, because one thing she does is provide for us. Why do you think it's 7 chakra systems and 7 continents? Why do you think the body is made up of 73.666% water and the earth is made up of 73.6% water, 66 water, right? Because she don't know. You think she'll be allowing tornadoes or twisters to come this way if she knew people was in those areas? No. This is why grounding is important. Let her know that you're here. A lot of y'all detach yourself from the mother and detach yourself from the father. Y'all not putting knowledge back in the world for the father, and y'all not grounding for the mother. So who are you connected to? That's why the Bible say God bless a child that returns back home. Return back to mother. Go outside. Let your feet touch the grass. You know, a lot of y'all women know what I'm talking about because y'all rule the 7th dimension. Men rule the 3rd dimension. We like the last to know. But women, y'all are having these things take place in y'all dream state. Y'all are getting these messages. You know? Yeah, that's where the concrete, pavement, all of that stuff from. Touch the grass, touch the dirt. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, like, and nothing's gonna change until women change. Men will only change if y'all change, because y'all will force us to change. As long as y'all accepting us for the fast car, putting y'all in a big house, y'all never gonna know how powerful y'all really are. Y'all never gonna know how powerful y'all really are, because the idea of this world is to make y'all feel powerless. That's why everything is set up the way it's set up. So you won't realize the divine feminine energy inside your vessel that is greater. The masculine energy, listen, I'm gonna tell you one thing. The masculine energy only comes with logic, right? But that feminine energy, it comes with the ability to move mountains. And only way that you can have that is if the feminine energy sees that the masculine energy in the vessel is worth submitting to. As long as that feminine energy ain't looking at that masculine energy in the vessel as something, you're always going to be in raging waters. When you say a woman submits to a man, it's not because that man forced her to submit. It's because she's seen something in that man and she said, that's somebody that I would follow. That's the real submittance. It's not you forcing her to need you or none of that shit. It's the same thing they go through in nature. You see how a male animal has to perform, and the woman gets to choose who she procreate with, just like the peacocks. The peacock got to do all this feather dancing and shit like that for the woman, and then the female, because we talking about animals, right? So it's the woman that's choosing. She choose the suitable mate. Even in the animal kingdom, These men bump heads, and the woman come along and choose the strongest. That's true submittance. Not because you force this person into poverty, not because you force this person to need you, because she's seen a leader in you. She's seen strength in you. So she willfully put herself under you. It's not to say that she did it because she needs you or none of that shit. She did it willfully. That's a true equally yoked. But a lot of people won't know that. A lot of people don't know that, they hold that level of power. But it's okay though. We winning right now. So all I got to do is continue to push the knowledge and stuff out there, and everything else is going to take care of itself according to what the universe has showed me so far. So I'm just going to keep putting this knowledge out there. Just keep on keeping on. And look, Ronnie Bo tried to show this image and couldn't even explain that shit, stealing my intellectual properties. Ronnie Bo done stole this damn image off of my TikTok, took it to Sean Atwood's in them page, and still couldn't give no insight on it. Huh? Fucking thieving ass heifers. You can never be me better than I can be me. That's the problem with y'all. Not y'all, but that's the problem with them. Right? And this is why I say, this is why you see me with the stones on, the rainbow stones that you see. They wanted to put a messed up image on this and make the rainbow the color of pride. But that's why they did it, to discourage you from being a part of it, right? So they created a rainbow community. These are the colors of the rainbow right here. These are the colors of the rainbow, but they put a negative notion on it. So you don't know the power of these colors. They make you think that it means what they want you to think it means, And people see the colors on my wrist. They be like, "Oh, do you swing that way?" No, you looking at this shit wrong. Don't, you know what I mean? They taught you what these are like this is when you realize the light of the world and the colors that are coming in the world. I ain't trying, you know what I mean? I'm trying to let the universe know, hey, I see all the colors that's coming in the world. I accept all the colors that's coming in the world. That's what the reminder of the rainbow truly was. The reminder of the rainbow was a reminder of the chakra system that's in your vessel, but we think it's a reminder that he's not going to flood the world anymore. And it is what it is, Yeah, that's why the traffic light. That's why they got the traffic light the way they got the traffic light. They got the red at the top, the yellow in the middle, and the green at the bottom, because they're trying to get you to go back into your root chakra. They trying to make you think that the way up is to go. That's why it's green, yellow, then red, right? It's go, slow down, and stop, right? So they're trying to get you from your heart chakra to your sacral chakra back to your root chakra. It's in everything. That's why the study of colorology is so important, because it's in everything around us. They just manipulate it. That's all. They just manipulate it. And I'm tired of being manipulated. I'm unmanipulable. Motherfucking prone to this shit. I'm unmanipulable. Get your manipulating hands off of me. Don't you touch me with them manipuladippers. That's what you got to tell them sometimes. Get your unauthorized manipulating hands off of me. That's why they don't like me. That's why they don't like me. So you see, root chakra, grounding, secure survival, sacral chakra, sexuality, sensational, duality, all of that. Then you have your navel chakra, will, self-discipline, ego. You have your solar plex chakra, your personal power, identity, self-esteem. You have your lower heart, which is Christ consciousness, love for humanity. Your upper heart, personal relationship, love for spouse, family, or friends. You have your throat chakra, truth, authenticity, creative expression. You have your chin, which is also known as your throat chakra, wisdom. You have your nose, five senses connected to the world. You have your third eye, supreme senses, psychic gifts, so on and so forth. You have your crown 45. This is direct access to the pineal. Then you have the crown, which is access to the divine or higher self. And then the Godhead is what connects you to the universe or source or the galactic gate, stellar gate, universal gate. This is your Godhead, and this is your light from the center sun, astro travel, connection to your star family. This is where star seeds, light beings, indigo, so on and so on comes in at with this level of understanding. And I hope I'm doing a great job, explaining this to you guys. I hope you find this very, uh, what is it? Very knowledgeable. You know what I mean? Let me use the bathroom real quick. Ain't that weather trying to trick me? That weather trying to trick me. Truth Pace, what's going on with you? And they are so upset right now. They are crashing out. I told you all we gotta do is just keep pushing knowledge back in the world. That's all I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep pushing knowledge back into this world, and I'm gonna keep fighting, low vibrational entities. Keep on approaching low vibrational entities and telling them about themselves. I see you. I recognize you, demon. I recognize you, demon. They don't like that when you recognize them. They hate when you recognize them. They do not like when you recognize them. Yeah, these people are hilarious. You really can't do nothing but laugh at it when you see it, you know? Can't do nothing but laugh at it. Yeah, they over there looking so sad and depressed. Oh my goodness. Them motherfuckers look drained. I told you when you fight that light, boy, tire your ass out. Tire your ass out. Hey, yo. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. At this point, I just wish he would leave us alone. you, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. I'm done with the whole stuff. I bet the neighbors know my name, my name, my name. Oh man. Oh. Oh shit. uh-uh. He don't play fair. You gotta tell him to stop shooting from the 3-point line. He is cheating. He too big in the paint. He can't go inside anymore. That shit a different fight. You motherfuckers trying to tell me. They trying to tell me how to fight. No, he can't do this and he can't do that. That only tells me that I'm fucking y'all up. I'm winning. I'm winning. They is over there losing. Badly, too. Sad the way they going out. It's sad the way they going out. They going outside. Okay, so raising your vibration. Let's look at this. Some of the things that raises your vibration is gratitude, forgiveness, acceptance, love, sunshine, raw foods, music, dancing, creativity, education, meditation, yoga, nature, clean water, fresh air, happiness. These are things that can raise your vibrational frequency. Now let's look at some of the things that lowers your vibrational frequency. Negativity, resentment, anger, fear, guilt, laziness, junk food, drugs, alcohol, tobacco, too much TV, air pollution, fluoride, staying indoors, disappointment. Right now, we can go over different variations of this, but a lot of people say Man, they put fluoride in toothpaste. Well, now you know why fluoride is in toothpaste. It lowers your vibrational frequency. I know a lot of times you think it's toxic. It's because it's toxic. Yes, it's going to rot your mouth out, but it's also going to lower your vibrational frequency. Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't know that. You're looking at air pollution, wondering why they're putting these metals and stuff in the air. Well, it lowers your vibrational frequency. Okay, turn the TV off. Too much TV lowers your vibrational frequency. Okay, tobacco. you see these three things right here: tobacco, alcohol, drugs. That is Jaguar right. Jaguar right is tobacco, alcohol, and drugs. Lower vibrational frequencies. Do you hear me? Yeah, I don't use fluoride toothpaste. I'll show you my toothpaste. I use charcoal base, but I'll show you. I use hello. Murph, you might want to get you some of this, Murph. Okay, Murph, you might want to get you some of this. It's the good shit. You know, make sure it say fluoride free. All right, make sure it say fluoride free. Once you stop using fluoride-based toothpaste, your teeth will stop falling out your mouth, allegedly. If you right here, where's she at? Huh? If you in here, if you at the door, where's she at? Because you in here. So if you at the door and you not around my outside cat, then where's my outside cat at? Where's she at? She went out there somewhere. Did she go check on somebody? She usually lay up on the thing. Why she not laying up there? All right, I'm not gonna worry about her. She knows how to take care of herself out there. Also, if you smoke, like if you smoke bud and stuff like that, and you want a good way to get that, like if you have that dark bottom lip from smoking, a great way to get rid of that stuff on your lip is take some toothpaste, mix a little bit of sugar with the toothpaste, and rub it on your lips. It will bring the full pinkness back to your lips. Okay? So if you got those dark lips from smoking blunts all day, put a little bit of toothpaste with some sugar and put it on your lip. Rub it in. Just like rub it onto your lip, like massage it into your lip. It's going, and when you'll start noticing that blackness coming off of your lip. You got to get those pink lips back for the summertime. You know, springtime here, summertime here. You got to get that look back. All right. Now I'm trying to tell y'all gonna learn so much over here. That's why it's good to tune in, because you never know what you're gonna learn over here. I promise you. You never know. Oh, I can't tell y'all what's happening with Murph. Let's just say shit hit the fan. let's just say they come into the full realization that some collectives are not to be fucked with. Y'all can't fuck with the police. Y'all can't fuck with the police. Y'all can't fuck with the police. Mr. Police Officer, I got your pizza. Blue Street, baby. Blue Street. So yeah, dealing with pure cosmic energy, dealing with insight, dealing with truth, dealing with love, dealing with willpower, dealing with pleasure, and dealing with survival. So when you are in these chakras, one thing you have to know is when you're in your root chakra, dealing with your survival, it can be blocked by fear. So when you're coming out of your root chakra, you have to let the fear go so you can deal with survival, so you can grow in that chakra, right? And this is where your sacral chakra come in. This is where all your guilty pleasures lie. The reason why I put guilty and pleasures the same, because you can't feel guilty for what pleasures you. Okay? That's where guilt lies, right? Control your pleasures and don't worry about what pleases you is what pleases you. Don't feel guilty about that shit. Don't feel guilty about that. A lot of people want y'all to walk around and feel guilty about y'all pleasures. Don't feel guilty. If you like Chunky Monkey ice cream, then by all means, take a proper discernment. Realize that too much of a good thing could be a bad thing, so don't eat too much. But fuck that. Get you some Chunky Monkey ice cream, you know? Wait. So Murph sent them pictures of his kids in their WhatsApp. So he is promoting CP. Oh, we got to go watch that in the Discord. This is epic crash out. We got to go to the party in the Discord. Party in the disc. I was going to stay away from the Discord today, but you know I can't stay away from y'all. Not my family. We might lose a couple of members, but we family. Party in the Discord. We got to go watch this crash out. This is funny. I'm going to drop the Discord link. He sending it to them in WhatsApp. That's crazy. So dealing with willpower, it's blocked by shame. So people will put you in shame so you won't have the will to deal with it. Dealing with love, this is blocked by grief. This is why it's better to forgive. You're forgiving for yourself. You're not forgiving for them. You're being forgiving for yourself. So be cautious with that, of what you're really being forgiving about. I forgive people to better myself. I don't forgive people to better them. I forgive people to better myself. So dealing with the truth, it's blocked by lies. That's why these people will lie on you, make up things about you, because they know your truth is blocked by lies, you know? And then you also have insight. Dealing with insight, it is blocked by illusions. That's why Jaguars say, for they do not want to live in the truth, I will fill them with many illusions, or whatever saying. That's some Alice and Crawley shit. You know what I mean? So that's why you have to stay out of those energies that they are in, right? And then dealing with pure cosmic energy. Look what it's blocked by. Pure cosmic energy is blocked by earthly attachments. This is why you have to let go of the carnal nature in order for the spirit to rise. Okay. So hopefully you guys have, took a couple of pieces from this and apply it to your life, all of that good stuff. Love is love, y'all. Love is love, and love is winning. All right. We on a winning team, right? Don't let them fool you with their false accolades, with their false achievements, with their false titles. Okay. We are winning. We're winning. We beating their ass without even beating their ass. You know what I mean? We just gonna keep doing us, and everything's gonna be great. Yeah, it's probably just you, Bobby. What is Drax? Why you come drinking that water? Drax, why are you drinking that water? If you got 2 bowls of water out there, why are you in here? So yeah, this is good to me. Party in the Discord. Hope to see y'all there. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutation. Shalom. Remember, if nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. Also, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. If you're not thinking highly of yourself, no one else is going to think highly of you, right? So just be cautious of what it is that you are giving your intentions to and what you're focusing on. Focus on good things so good things can happen. Focus on righteous people so righteous people can win. All right. Breaking news. Jaguar Federal was a troll. Who? What? What is going on? What is going on? Is it going down like that over there? Is it hit? Did it hit the basement? Did it hit the basement? That shit sound like it done hit the basement over there. Let me get over to the Discord and watch some of this. I doctor pictures or he doctor pictures? Let me just tell me in the Discord because I don't know what y'all trying to say.